Hello. So today I'm going to review a book. This is a book by Joel Bessis. It's a risk management book. Let me show you this book. Risk Management in Banking. This is a really good a book on risk management. So if you're someone who is an absolute beginner, this is one really good book for you. Uh, it's uh, it's written in a very simple way. The language used is quite simple, so someone who is an absolute beginner can really understand it well. Unlike some of the other books that I have read on risk management, which are full of jargons, whereas this particular book is actually quite good for beginners. It's quite heavy though, right? It's not a short book. It's not a small one. It how many pages? I think some 400 pages, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. No, no, not even 400. I think some 700 pages. Oh, sorry, 800 pages. Almost 800 pages. So quite a thick one, but it covers end to end everything related to risk management, but only in the banking world. Right? It doesn't cover much about risk management techniques in the asset management world or in the insurance world. But many banks do have their own asset management department, so it does cover some of these aspects which are also applicable to other areas of risk management and not necessarily just risk management in banking. Okay, it's published by John Wiley. Okay, so you can do a bit of rush. I think you can also find this book online. Either you can buy the soft copy cheaper, whereas if you want to buy the hard copy, I think it's obviously more expensive. So let me go through some of the topics covered in this book. It starts with different types of risk in the banking world, the regulations around the risk, the banking regulations. Then it covers about the different processes, the risk management organizations. It covers about the models used in the banking world. Value at risk, capital calculation, valuations. Yeah, it then covers about the ALM, asset liability management. A number of topics from the ALM is covered. Interest rate gaps, hedging and derivatives. And then it talks about the asset liability management models, so ALM models, models related to hedging, simulations, best models for ALM. Um, yeah, the number of topics covered in ALM. Then it covers about options and convexity risk in the banking world. So it covers about it talks about implicit option risk, the value of implicit options. Then it covers mark mark to market management in banking, and then it covers fund transfer pricing. It's an important concept in the field of ALM risk management, liquidity risk management in particular, portfolio analysis and correlation, importance of correlation in the portfolio analysis. Then it covers market risk. Okay, number of topics in market risk. It also covers credit risk and credit risk models. Yeah, and then it also covers credit risk as a standalone risk, limit setting and all those concepts, the business concepts which are also used. But also there is a dedicated chapter on risk models. Okay, then the chapter on portfolio risk. There is a chapter on capital allocation. Yeah, I mean you learn about distribution of losses, Monte Carlo simulation use. So it's a book which also has uh, the quantitative topics as well next to the more theoretical topics in finance, but you also have quantitative topics. Okay, and then you have a couple of topics on capital allocation, risk adjusted returns, and performance assessment, and then finally about risk reporting, which is also an important topic in the field of risk management. So there are 17 sections or 17 chapters in all, but there are sub chapters. So each chapter has got sub chapters. In total, there are 60 sub chapters. and it's a pretty thick book. Okay, what did its cost? I don't know. This has been this was a gift, so I don't know the exact price, but I think it's not too expensive. I think so. Okay, so okay, it cost 30 euro, 30 pound actually, which is not very expensive, I would say, given the size of the book. And the reason why I find this book interesting, beside the reasons I've already mentioned, which is the language is pretty simple and easy to understand for people not coming from finance background. So if you're an absolute beginner, this is one book you should purchase. But there are other reasons why I like the book. The other reason being, there are practical side of things. It's not just about theory, which the book talks about. The author has also discussed a number of practical challenges, the real world challenges, and the many examples spread across the book. So yeah, this is a book I highly recommend. If you want to purchase, you may do so, especially for someone who is preparing for the FRM exam, or somebody who is going to be working in the field of risk management, any area of risk management, whether it's market risk or credit risk, operational risk, or ALM, liquidity, interest rate risk, country risk, any area of risk management you want to work in the banking world, in the trading, investment world, insurance world, fintechs, payment company, and all kinds of financial service companies, NBFC as well. Then this is one really good book. Just remember, this is will be okay. I'm not able to pronounce his name properly. Actually, it's J- Joel Basis or Joel. Okay, so this is one good book to purchase. If you have any question on this particular book, let me know in the comment section. Thanks.